Okay, today our topic is new topic that is ACL access control list. So for ACL, we call it as ACL access control list. So first we'll discuss something behind what is the requirement of ACLs. So then we'll move forward. So it's your customer edge router and customer edge router is connected some LAN users. These are the one access switch, and access switch is connected to edge router and edge router is connected to multiple host. So here multiple host we have. So this access list is sorry, in this LAN users are trying to connect with ISP, internet service provider, say ISP, and ISP is connected again internet. It's kind of Facebook server. It's a FB server. So here, likewise, the connectivity is there, and this is a PC1 and PC2, PC3, and PC4. So the PC1 is it says Salesforce salesperson, and this one is the account department PC, and he's a business person and business developer something, and one more he's a employee, one employee. So can assume like manager. He's a manager. Okay. So this salesperson having some access to need a different. So we have another server. This is a kind of server, and this salesperson wants to reach some sales websites or something. Okay. So for this salesperson and account department persons part will allow these services. And here one more server is there, and server, any server, you can assume like any, it's a business kind of server. Business websites are there. All are the business websites are there. So it's a customer edge router. Now this both business manager and business persons. So we will allow to them for only these business websites. Apart from that, they don't want in business hours. So Facebook is, it's a kind of media, Facebook media, it's a entertainment purpose. So business hours entertainment is not good, right? So will deny for these services, will deny, will allow, only will permit this kind of services, will permit. Apart from that, this kind of services will deny, simply deny. And these users don't know why they are not accessing. So that kind of reasons. So and sales persons and account persons can access only whatever they require, account websites or any sales websites and business developers website something, they can permit, will permit these websites only.
హలో అలీం
Apart from that, yes,
మీ స్క్రీన్ షేర్ చేస్తలేరు కదా ఓకే ఓకే
I have
చేసి
shared.
కనిపించట్లేదు అది మీ స్క్రీన్.
Screen is not visible. Yes, I have shared.
No, it's not visible. Your screen is not visible.
No.
No.
Okay, fine. Fine. Will permit only for business websites to this user permit. Will use permit statements. and will permit the only business websites to this business employees and manager or department who and all and this working on this area, this land. So for sales and account department purpose, department users wants only, or they can reach only the whichever business websites, like this is all are the business websites, they can reach out to them, but they again they will deny the statement to Facebook servers because this is not required in business hours and will permit only the business whichever required websites. So those servers only will allow, and whichever unnecessary things simply will deny. This is a deny statements will create, and this is a deny. So mostly ACL access control list is a kind of rules, set of rules we create here. Those are the permit statements and deny the statements. For what? So whichever unnecessary things we need, no need for our employees, so we'll deny simply, and whichever required things will allow those services. For mostly we'll use access control list is kind of filtering the traffic, filter the traffic. Got it? So it is also called as a packet filtering. So ACL nothing but a packet filtering. We call it as a packet filtering. We can filter the packets. We can filter the IP addresses. We can filter the traffic. We can filter the IP addresses or whichever unnecessary things we can filter it simply. And it is kind of layer 3 security also, which control flow of traffic from one router to another router. So what does it mean? We can filter the traffic of, so it is a layer 3 security. What does it means? Simply we are denying traffic. So unnecessary things. And apart from that, whichever the hacker websites are, those also is there, applications, those applications we can filter also. So based on the TCP and UDP, there we have the port numbers. So mostly HTTP port number is 80 and HTTPS port number is 443. So based on the port numbers, will deny and will allow that services. If we don't need, so simply will deny, and will if we need, so will permit that services. Deny or permit. Permit will create the statements here based on our requirements. And it is a set of rules as we discussed. So whenever we are creating, whenever we are uh, applying some rules, deny or permit, so those are the set of rules which is used to allow deny a specific traffic moving through the routers. So this is a router, customer edge router. So in this customer edge router only will create the policies. We create the access control list here only. In this router only will create, and if coming from through outside directions or inside to outside direction, will apply the in or out directions. Out directions, whichever traffic is moving towards and whichever traffic is moving towards, based on the statements will create in or out direction. We'll discuss those things, but where we'll create the in our routers only, in our layer 3 devices. So here two types of ACLs. We have here two types of ACLs. Standard and extended ACLs. Two types of ACLs we have. First one is standard and the second one is a extended ACL. So based on the requirements, we'll create the standard or extended requirement basis we'll create. So what is standard and what is extended? So mostly in standard group, we'll create a ACL from 1 to 99. So we'll comparison. It is a standard ACL. It can be both named and a number ACLs. And here also extended and standard we can create based on the requirement. Number or a named ACLs also same thing. There also we can create a named and number ACL. Named means it will be useful for human friendly. So number means here we have up to here we have like 1 to 99 only. But in extended ACL, the range is, will create the range group is 100 to 199. This much range we can create it. It's a group access control range. And in standard ACL, we can deny or allow a network and host and a subnet also. We can deny not much more in extra standard ACL. We can so here we can deny or allow network, fully network. One network means one subnet. We can deny entire network. So it means 192.168.10.0 entire series, entire pool we can deny or we can permit. But in this extended ACL, we can deny or we can allow here the host subnet services also. In that services we do have like just now we discussed like server something we have. If we want to deny yes services as like FTP service, HTTPS service, HTTP service and TCP UDP basis services. TCP whichever and all TCP UDP entire port number it will be work. It will be work. It is kind of layer 3 security means it is kind of firewall only. ACL nothing but one kind of mini firewall. You can assume like inbuilt of router. Inbuilt of router. We can deny or permit the services. In firewall also what we will do? Filter the traffic. And in standard ACL, filtering is done on the basis of the source IP address. And will filter based on the source IP address. But in extended ACL, based on the source and destination as well. Here only source basis. We can filter based on the source IP addresses. Now, comparison of extended ACL, we can filter source IP addresses and destination IP addresses and protocols and port numbers, entire thing. So comparison, standard ACL is a basic thing and extended ACL is like advanced. We can filter so source IP address basis on the source IP address, destination IP addresses and protocols, whichever protocol. Protocol it means OSPF protocol, EAGRP protocol, RIP protocol, BGP protocol, entire thing, routing protocol, and IPv4 and IPv6 IP addresses, and as well as port numbers. What does that mean? Layer 2, we can filter here L2 also, as well as L3 also. L3, it means routing protocols, and L4 also, and application layer also, application whichever require. So here not much more in application based on that. So simply we can deny the DNS, domain name service. What does that means? If you are using any website abc.com, so simply we can deny it. So specific website we cannot deny. We can deny the entire thing. But now compared to firewall, so firewall, what we will do for if we don't no need facebook.com, so simply we can deny it for some users. But here we can deny based on the domain name. Domain means it will be entire domain name abc.com. So some little difference it's there. But in firewalls, so those option is there, and individual sub page also we can deny sub pages. So in one website we have a subdomains also available. So based on the subdomains we can deny, and content based also we can deny. Some drug content is there, we no need this kind of drug content. So we can simply deny those kind of things also. And entertainment content we no need, so we can deny entertainment content also in web firewalls. So nowadays we have a uh, next generation firewalls. So next generation firewalls, in legacy firewalls also we have. In legacy firewalls we don't have that much exposure, that much options, but in nowadays next generation firewalls we do can content based filter also we can do. So, but here up to L2, L2, L3, and L4. L4 means TCP, UDP. TCP and UDP. Based on the port numbers, we can deny. And L3 means here we can deny simply. But IP addresses IPv4 or IPv6. And OSPF routing protocols, routed and routing protocols. Entire routing protocols. All routing protocols. Routing protocols we can deny. And here we have L2 means it's a VLANs. We can deny any specific VLAN traffic, any specific VLAN, and if you want to deny this, we can deny it. But in standard ACL, up to here we can work. Those here we cannot apply it. L2 and L3. It means here it's not specific protocols also, only entire IP addresses we can deny it. Protocol means it will be again L4 only. It means here extended ACL only it's possible. In standard ACL, only IP addresses and VLANs we can deny our permit. Entire IP addresses only. It will be only subnets. Here you can check here only subnet only. We can deny or allow the services of subnets and host or networks. But here you can check entire thing. Two types of ACLs we have, and for that we some rules we have to follow. Whenever you are creating some filtering, so you should have to follow some rules for that ACL. So we have a rules here. We have to follow. What are the rules here? We have. So work a sequential order means we have to create one by one. If deny statement is there, so first we have to use deny statements. So second line, that one only deny statement. It will be sequential order. So once we'll do the lab, then you can understand. It will be work in sequential order, and all deny statements have to be given first preferable must in case. So it will be work based on the top to bottom. How means it will be once you create the state sequence number is 10, that is deny, and sequence number is 20, and that one also deny. And after then 30, if you create permit statement, after then 40, you cannot give the deny statements. So based on it will be work. Sequential order it will be work. And middle we cannot delete also. Here we cannot delete. If you want to delete this statement, you cannot delete it. And there should be at least one permit option. That permit option is at the bottom, last one. This one, all are the deny statements. This one also deny, and 40 is permit option. At last, if you are not giving, that will be implicit deny. Simply, it will be implicit deny means entire traffic. If you are not giving at the bottom, this statement permit means so entire traffic will be denied. So here, what is statement our? If this will be deny and this one is a deny. Apart from that, we have to give the permit statement. Otherwise, entire traffic will be denied. That is, we call it as a implicit deny. Implicit deny block all traffic by default when there is no match. If this there is permit statement if not there at the bottom, so if it is not matched, then entire traffic will be denied. So make sure at the bottom we have to use permit statement. Otherwise, it will be denied. That is, we call it as a implicit deny. Can have one access list per interface, and whenever you are creating in the access list in this R1, so if for F0 by 0, so for this interface, it will be only per interface, only one access list will be happen. Only one access list. Only one access list. That is, if you are using outbound, so one outbound only work. Second list, it won't work. Second ACL, we cannot create it. Only one it will be work. If you want two, it means one is outside direction and one is inside direction. Yes, we can use it. One is outside direction and one is inside direction. So two access list per interface, one in inbound direction and one in outbound direction. One is inbound direction coming and one is outbound direction. It is going outside. So anytime a new entry is added to the AC access list, it will be placed at the bottom of the list. So using the text editor for the access list, highly suggest means, so whenever you are creating new access list, in between, you cannot add it here to 10, 20, 30, 40. You cannot, it is like 2.25. You cannot add it in meanwhile. So before that, we have to use, whenever we are creating editor, text editor, we have to use. So notepad something. So based on that, once we create it and copy paste it. So it will be better. Highly suggested also. In real time, whenever we are working. You cannot remove one line from the access list. Oh, so that is the reason we cannot delete this one. In between, we cannot delete it. It won't work. If you want to delete, so entire ACL, whichever we are creating the group, see, this is a group number is, so 10. So it is a standard ACL. In between, we have to create one group, that is 10 means it is a standard ACL. So you should have to delete entire group. So again, you have to create it. Based on that, it will be right work. So this is all about ACLs. If you have any questions, ask me. Shall we? If you don't have any questions, we'll move to the lab. Guys, if you have any questions,
No, Alim.
great.